incredible people from different companies who are changing the world through technology. During COVID pandemic, we did not have access to computers. However, using smartphones, we continue to learn about technology and develop new skills. We are really excited to share our learning, interests, and stories with all of you. Hi, this is Simran,
No,
back with my third podcast on chocolate. Hope you had a chance to listen to my previous podcast. If you missed it, please do check it out. Today, I have a special guest on the show. I'm delighted to introduce Vishnu Mohan sir, who was a cocoa farmer. Vishnu Mohan sir stays in a small hilly town named Iriti in Kurnool district. He used to cultivate rubber and argonet, which is the raw material for supari. He grows a variety of vegetables and fruits. Vishnu Mohan sir is the vice president of the Federal Bank Farmers Club that trains farmers on agriculture, beehive keeping, pond fish rearing, etc. And Vishnu Mohan sir was also connected with Cadbury Depot. He used to sell wet cocoa beans. So, sir, shall we start with the question?
yes, you can tell me.
Okay, sir. The first question. Sir,
Yes.
how and why did you get into cocoa planting?
Because when I took over the management of our estate, I saw there were a lot of gap between the coconut farms. There were we are cultivating coconut farm and arecanut farm. The entire land was beside a river bank. So there were, and the manager was totally mismanagement. That's why after my education, I had to take over the agriculture. So when I came and saw the plantation, I saw that lot of places were lying uncultivated. And then I asked my father, for generations we have been agriculturalists, my grandfather, my father. So father said, underneath the shade, because of the shade of the coconut farm and arecanut farm, shade-loving plants only can be cultivated, and that is cocoa. And we are having Cadbury was having a cocoa bean collection depot in our town. That was an advantage for us because or else we will have to take the cocoa bean to Kasargod, which is about 80 kilometers away. It will be
Oh,
difficult.
okay, sir.
That,
You joined cocoa farming. It's by your tradition, family tradition.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
That was really good to listen, sir.
It was 1979.
Oh, okay, sir. Then the second question: when is the planting season for cocoa, and how many harvests can you get in a year?
The planting season is in June, July when the rainy season starts. Okay.
The rainy season is
Before,
good for cocoa planting.
yeah, so by rainy season, we will have to plant the seeds in January. 4 to 5 months, the plants will attain the 1 to 1.5 feet height by June. And June, July, the rains will start and we plant the cocoa plants in the rainy season. And the best yield will be during October. It will take about 3 years for the cocoa to come to yield. 3 years.
3 years
3
to
years after
complete the yield.
3 years after planting, it will start to yield. Okay.
And,
And the best, okay.
and,
Ask.
sir, and sir, how many harvests can you get in a year? Like how many
Two,
batches of cocoa?
two seasons. One season in October, November. That is the best during the winter. That is the best seed you get. The cocoa pot will be larger in size. And the next season is April, February, March, and April. These 3 months. There are 2 seasons.
Okay, sir. June, July is the best season to grow cocoa.
Yeah.
Yes. The next question. What are the biggest challenges you face while growing cocoa?
Excuse me, once more. Different.
What are the biggest challenges you face while growing cocoa? Uh,
Because the cocoa is processed cocoa has a ready market because lots of people buy chocolate, but you got a regular market. The only thing is that buying the cocoa beans is the monopoly of Cadbury. No other companies buy it here in Kerala. So what is the price is fixed by them. So the cocoa farmers don't get a very good price for the cocoa because Cadbury decides the price. They are the only people who buy cocoa. There are many other companies like Amul, Sate, Nestle, but they don't have collection centers in Kerala. So the
Oh,
one disadvantage is we are at the mercy of Cadbury regarding the price of our red beans. That's the problem.
so only the Cadbury team takes the cocoa
Yes,
from
yes.
you people
Uh,
because
yeah,
it's the only branch in
no,
Kerala.
yes, no other companies buy cocoa in Kerala. That's why.
Oh, okay, sir. That was really great to listen, and
Yes.
it's good. And then the next question: what is the quality of Indian cocoa as compared to the other countries? Is there any
The
difference
cocoa,
between the
yeah,
Indian
because
cocoa and the country?
here in India, mostly cocoa is cultivated with artificial manure. Most of the farmers use artificial manure with chemical fertilizers like urea, DAP, potash and all. But that reduces the flavor. There are some farmers who cultivate cocoa in the organic way, but the cocoa they cultivate and the cocoa which is cultivated with chemical fertilizer, both are bought by Cadbury and then mixed and the beans are mixed together. So there is no difference between the chemically manured cocoa and organically manured cocoa. But the best cocoa is in from Africa, Ghana. There's a place called Ghana, GHA in Africa. Ghana cocoa is the world's best cocoa because there they are cultivating it using only farmyard manure.
Ghana cocoa is the best cocoa.
Ghana cocoa is the best in the world.
It's the organic cocoa.
It is organic. But in Ghana, it's organic. In India, here they use chemical fertilizers to increase the yield.
And what type of cocoa do you produce?
Creole, the variety called Creole, Creole.
Oh,
That's the variety which produce here.
that was amazing, sir. I was not
Yeah.
knowing about it. Thank you for the information.
Okay.
The next question: what is the quality of Indian cocoa as we finished? How can you prove the purity of cocoa bean?
Purity of cocoa bean, farmers cannot decide the purity because it is actually a laboratory process. Especially trained people. Mostly cocoa, regarding cocoa, uh, Cadbury has got people trained in this, I think it is in Sweden or Switzerland. They get trained in Switzerland. The scientists who check the quality of cocoa, they are trained in Switzerland by Cadbury. It is only in the laboratory they can find the purity. Outside, you cannot test the purity.
So normally, people cannot find the purity of the cocoa. When we take the cocoa
Only,
beans to the lab, then we'll be able to find.
the lab only in the laboratory we can define the purity of the cocoa. It should be the moisture should be only 8%. That's the correct process.
Oh, okay, sir. Then the next question. Sir,
Okay.
do you make the cocoa powder from the beans and sell it, or do you sell the beans? How do you sell the
No,
cocoa?
we used to make homemade chocolate back in about 20 years back. We used to make homemade chocolate, but it doesn't have that texture and the flavor of the ready-made chocolate which you buy from the market like Amul and Cadbury. Homemade chocolate is good. So if you in Ooty and all, if you go Ooty, you go to Coorg, you get this homemade chocolate. But homemade chocolate will not be as good as the commercially made one. That's why we have tried it. It's a very laborious process. When you fry the beans, if the temperature will increase a little bit, it will burn off. Then it will give out a very bad smell. It's better not fry it at home. It should be it should be very skilled if you're making homemade chocolate.
Yes, sir. But do you sell the cocoa powder or do you sell the cocoa beans?
We sell the cocoa beans, red beans.
Oh, okay.
Powder it. We can't powder it. It becomes a very costly machine. Running the crores of rupees, cocoa powdering machine. It's a highly precision machine, cocoa powdering. The temperature of the beans is controlled, and it is first given a vibrated so that the internal structure of the cocoa beans is explodes. Then it is powdered, and that will take a very expensive machinery. So if private people can't do it, only big companies can do it.
Okay, sir. Then, the next question. Who do you sell your cocoa beans to? Is it in all India or do you export it?
No, no, no. We farmers tell it Cadbury's people. They have depots in Kerala, only three depots. One in here in Iriti Kandur, another in Tamarkali, is in Calicut district, and another in Kottayam or Idiki, I think. Kottayam or Idiki district. There are only three depots for cocoa. And the fourth one is in Trivandrum or somewhere. And only Cadbury. They collect the beans from us. They take it to the factory. They process it there, and then they convert it into slab, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, and chocolate bar. It's a complete sweet. Each
So,
farmers can send only the wet beans.
sir, so you don't export the cocoa to other countries, you just sell it to
No,
the
no, no. We don't
branches
export
which
cocoa.
are in Kerala.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
sell it only to Cadbury. Nowhere else.
Okay, sir. Then, what are the health benefits of consuming cocoa?
Cocoa it contains protein. It's a brain stimulant. It's also good for the nerves and all. And it is a what you call uh, it's good for health. Cocoa, all the way cocoa is good for health.
Cocoa is good for
Contains,
health.
it's good for health. Contains nutrition. The people having diabetes can drink bitter chocolate without sugar. Cocoa comes in sweet sugar. There are sweet chocolate and bitter chocolate. Bitter chocolate is some people like bitter chocolate, and that is people suffering from diabetes prefer bitter chocolate.
Oh, okay, sir. Both the sides, cocoa is good for health.
Just one more.
Sorry, sir.
You repeat the question.
What are the health benefits of consuming cocoa?
It's energy giving. If you are feeling depressed or something, you take a bar of you eat a bar of chocolate, you will get pumped up. If you feel lively, it increases your energy and it increases your stamina. If you drink eating cocoa powder, you make cocoa powder in a glass of hot milk and drink it before going to bed. It gives you a good sleep, good night sleep.
So cocoa is a very good health benefit.
Yeah.
For.
And in cold places where soldiers in Himachal Pradesh, Ladakh, soldiers, they don't have much food. They are provided with chocolate bars. Especially with chocolate bars are provided to soldiers who are in Siachen Glacier, Ladakh, Tibet, the cold area where they don't get much food. Because on 3 or 4 days only they will get their food supply. So in between this, therefore keeping the energy and they take soldiers use chocolate bars. Even in the Gulf War, American soldiers always carry chocolate bars with them for food. So actually, it's a soldiers' food. Most soldiers all over the world carry cocoa with them. By the time they get their food from their station, cocoa is the only thing which provides them with energy.
Oh, that's really amazing, sir. That cocoa is also a health benefit.
Yes.
Would you please share an interesting experience from your business?
Yes, mine is not business. I just cultivate. That's the business. We cultivate the cocoa, sell the beans. They give us bonus every 2 years. They give us a bonus. They give us free fertilizers for this cocoa plant. That is mostly chemical fertilizer.
Yes,
Because
sir.
we don't
Do you have any short story or short experience from your?
Oh, there is nothing to know short story. Only stories are hunting squirrels which damage the cocoa pot with my air gun. Squirrels and rats very and there are some wild things of them the wild squirrels and all. It from the cocoa pot on the plant, they come and bite it. And after biting, the worms will enter the pot. So we have to shoot them with the air gun. That was the only interesting thing regarding cocoa which I have.
Oh,
All this stuff. That's all.
so what a wonderful conversation this has been. Thank you, sir, for sharing your journey and experience with our listeners. It has been a pleasure talking with you and learning from you.
Thank you.
I thank all the listeners for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.